What's going on, everyone? I tried to sound like Eli right there.
That was really good. I swear I heard Eli for a second.
As you guys can tell, Eli's not here, and if you follow him on Instagram, you know why. He had his baby, and so Rod and I are acting as co-pilot. Yeah,
we give him a break today. You know, becoming a dad 3 days ago. So shout out to Eli if y'all want to send Eli some good love in the comments. I'm sure he'll love seeing that later. Or he might be creeping on us now live. I don't know, actually. But if y'all want to send him some good love for him becoming a dad 3 days ago, I'm sure he'd love that.
Love that. So today we're just going to be doing a basic Q&A. So just ask us any questions you have. But before we do that, start with wins. So put some wins in the chat. Let's see. Let's hear them out. Hear you guys out.
Yeah, I think it
My
always pumps me
computer,
up to see it.
my computer's acting weird and not showing me the screen.
Oh, well, you're good, I think. It looks
Oh,
good on my end.
but I can't even pin any questions now, which sucks.
Uh-oh.
What happened?
Oh, I need to get the
I
power.
you need access.
I'll just read it on my own and then just read it, and that'll be pinning, but I don't think that actually will be as good. Yeah, what are the wins? Your first ECM Drone Media just had your first 1 grand week. Very nice. Oh, Gene passes part 107, 90%. That's quite nice, actually. Good stuff. A plus. Well, I guess A. Good stuff, Gene. Glad I love seeing you always in here too, Gene. It's always nice having you. I feel like we shouldn't start until we see your name. Mason said, Kenny, I had my second ever order put through my website by the agent. Such a surreal feeling. Very nice. On pace for a 4 grand month. ECM said again. Very nice. ECM, what's your name? I always feel weird calling people by their business name. ECM, what's your name?
Rod, I will leave you alone for like 5 seconds. I'm gonna completely close my window and hope for the best that this live isn't
will it close it out?
I don't think so. But guys,
Hey,
if
we'll see. If we exit right now, just come back in.
give me like 10 seconds.
Okay. Yeah, no problem, man. I'm so worried hey, it's just me now. No pressure, right? Okay, I was worried it was actually going to cut it out and then we'd have to start over again. So, what else do we got? Most, you know what? I've always wondered every week, MOSKOU. How do I say that?
We're good.
How do I say your name?
Where are we at?
It didn't actually cut us out, which is good. Moscow.
Nice.
Is that actually Moscow? Is that how you say it?
Maybe his name is John.
Oh, is that John? Okay.
Yeah.
What's up, John? I'm sending my photographer to a property business networking event. Got her business cards and created brochures too. Any advice? Oh, that's actually a question too. So
nice.
It's a win / question. I like it.
Business guys creating the brochures. Any advice? Property business networking event. I mean,
we're talking about in person.
Yeah. Have your photographer be themselves, honestly. That's the biggest way to sell the company, is because like I think your story is like you have to travel somewhere because of working situations and whatnot, so you have to get a photographer, and so the photographer is basically your brand now. And so I would just tell your photographer, like, you are the brand, so just be yourself and act like the company. Don't make it sound like you have this huge corporation, and just as long as you're being yourself, people are going to want to work with them. And that's my advice. Just be yourself, be very personable. Yeah, don't try to act like a big company. Any thoughts on that, Rod?
Yeah, no, I think you nailed it. As far as like making business cards and all that can definitely help. I mean, just getting them to your Instagram can definitely help. I would say it's more about your photographer's like energy and essence there, as far as personal and smiling and just good people. I mean, agents are people usually, not all the time, I guess, but usually.
Yeah.
So just customer service and just showing them the energy of which it would be to work with your brand is the biggest thing that they can uphold. So, good question. All right, DB below it said 3 or 4 shoots I've done for realtors in the last 2 weeks are pending. Oh, okay. All right, Kenny have the editing done. It looks like
quick little shout out to REPP Video Editing. Yes, nice.
What else we got? Carlos got his part 107 license in the mail. Finally, the suspense.
There you go.
Who else? We got any more wins? All right, let's go. I guess let's dive right into questions.
Let's do it.
Got any more wins? Comment your wins. They fire me up.
Yeah.
I'll obviously start jumping in with y'all's questions too. So,
where's everyone at on their business too? I mean, we'll jump in questions, but would love to know any wins and like where you're at in your business, like location wise, and if you're willing to put in the revenue, that'd be great as well, just to see on like the levels that we can talk about. But yeah.
And when y'all ask questions too, what helps us just like more details about where your business is, because our fear a lot of times is like there's different ways to answer depending on where someone's at and their goals and all those things. So our fear sometimes is answering a question a certain way, and it might not pertain to where someone's at in the business. That's why we like do calls here and all that, so we can really find out. So if y'all comment questions, just kind of give us a little like Kenny was saying, like a little idea about where your business is at, what the revenue's at, like where you're at with it. And that way it can kind of judge how we answer to be based on where you're at in the business too. So good point, Kenny.
Yeah. Let's see. Jonathan asked a question: do people usually get editors on Fiverr or actually reach out to local editors? So we recommend a website called pixelmob.com. Well, actually, I'll put it in the comments. And it was actually made by real estate photographers for real estate photographers, and it's pretty much like Fiverr, but specifically for real estate media. And so you can find editors in there from all different price ranges for photos. Pixelmob REPP. There we go. I'll put a link in there. I did /rep, and that'll give you $5, I believe, on your first project. Woo! There you go.
$5 holla, come on. What's up, John? I know John. It said Jonathan. It tricked me for a second. I saw you sneaking in. It's John Mounts. Oh, man. It's good to see you in here as always, man. Okay. We had some other good questions, too.
Let's see.
Oh, man. Eli does good at seeing all the questions. Sometimes I get overwhelmed. I see all the good questions, and I get lost.
I'm like, where do we go next?
Wait. Oh, I wish I could click.
Oh, which one is it?
John said, question here. My photographer still didn't pass her drone test. How can I incentivize such pusher? What, how many times? How many times has it been? And like, is she like going through like there's like a YouTube video we recommend, all that stuff. Like there's certain things that they can go through. And I guess my question is like, is there something on their mind that's making them like, instead of like incentivizing and pushing, I think sometimes it's getting to the root of something is like is the better option, is like figure out like, is there something on her mind? Is there some reason that is stopping her? And it could be something else besides like incentivizing, and getting to the root could help. But yeah, how many times have they tried to pass it there, John?
Also, the incentive could be the little price increase or payment increase. At Norman Young, we pay $25 an hour, just photos. When they get drone certified, $30 an hour, and then once they get video certified, $35 an hour. So that is an incentive itself. But I also like talking to the person and just ask them like, hey, is there anything that I can do to help you? Do you find that maybe the YouTube video I sent you is too complicated, or do you think you need to enroll in like this? I don't know. Just talking to her and just seeing like what she needs in order for that to happen would be my part as well.
I think I misunderstood John's question. She hasn't taken the test yet. So yeah, just getting her stuff to study, and that would be the ultimate there. So
yeah, so she didn't pass her drone test. I mean, I took it as like she didn't pass it, like she took it already. But if she hasn't taken it, I mean, I would tell her like it's kind of a requirement to work for in the company, especially since you're she's your only photographer, right, John? But she's pretty much running the company at that point. So she needs to be certified in all the aspects. So like photos, drone, and video as well. And so you need to tell her like that it's kind of like a requirement for you to stay in the company. But also you get a little increase in pay if you do that. So what can I do to help you? That would be my approach.
Nice.
I saw one that was really good.
Minneapolis, I haven't started yet. What are the first steps?
Where's that at?
Simmons?
Oh, I found it.
I might be saying that wrong. I apologize.
There we go. What are the first steps? Starting. I mean,
step
let's see.
one. I don't.
You're here. You're
like you're here. So that's step one. No. Yeah. I mean,
that's actually a really good question.
I mean, I guess it's like I don't know why I'm like hung up on that answer. I guess it just kind of everyone's at such different spots. I feel like when we help them, it kind of depends. I guess the literal first step is like,
making the decision of actually like, I want to do this. Here's my,
and we'll your Instagram ready. I mean, even like just getting your portfolio ready, getting the gear, making sure we know how to do, like going through Eli's YouTube, and we got coaching for all that. We can go through YouTube and just get an idea of where to start, and getting your Instagram, your angles ready, your pricing ready, your Instagram ready. I would say just getting your portfolio ready is a big one.
Yeah.
So,
if you
Stan says it gets your LLC, there's a little mix of first steps.
There's a lot of first steps and stuff. I mean, I was gonna say also, once you obviously want to do it, so now ask yourself why you want to do it, because I think it's going to be very important for you to know your why. And then business is hard. I will just point that out. Like, business is hard for everyone. Everyone has to go through certain steps, and for some is easier than others, but there will be a step that for you is going to be harder than others. And so having that why is going to allow you to be like, nope, I'm going to do it. I'm going to overcome this obstacle because of this, whether it be like, I'm going to build a business to prove myself that I can do it, or, take care of my family or whatever the reason is. I think it's very important for you to ask yourself like why you even want to start a business, or else you're just doing it just to do it, and then at that point you're not going to find it worth doing when the times get hard. Next step that I would say is like if you want some resources, you can DM Eli on Instagram, and then one of our team members, Aaron, Isaac, or Lisa, will grab that question for you, and they'll be happy to send you some resources. So if you go to Instagram at It's Eli Jones, just send us a quick message in there, and then one of them will grab your question and send you the resources you need in order to get started.
Yeah, no, that's a good point too. And like it goes for anybody. I saw a couple questions that someone said like I'm at a certain spot. What could I do? And we can always answer here, and we'll be pretty accurate. But in the calls with y'all and in conversations with y'all, we can we can get a bit more accurate. So like he said, DM Eli on Instagram. We have a little system set up to where we can get to somebody here to where they can answer your questions and stuff. So all right, what's next? We got.
There was one that I saw. I think it'll be good for people to.
I like Tommy's. Oh, I like Ryan LaRue. I remember Ryan's name. Hey, Ryan.
Nice.
What's up, man?
How you doing, Ryan? Ryan says, do you offer custom domains for listing websites? I don't believe Spiro offers this. If not, what do you tell clients who ask? Custom domains. So I would just be upfront with a client. Like it's always good to be honest and just let them know like, hey, unfortunately, like my software doesn't do that, or the software that I use doesn't do that. And then just see what the client says on that. They may be trying to put it, if I'm understanding correctly, like they may be wanting to do like their own website or, for you to create that. And I would just say like that you don't do that. Clients are probably just asking. And so my approach would be to just be honest and let them decide if they want to continue or not. But at the end of the day, like just being honest and not doing something that you're not going to be doing for all the clients is good. Yeah. Any thoughts on that, Rod?
Yeah. I mean, kind of establishing those boundaries are good there, but also, at that point, I'm going to go grab like, some domain masker and just get something going for them too as well. Right. So I know, if it's the custom domain that they want, then there's ways to like get around that. I forgot the specific way. Oh man, sometimes I wish Eli's brain was here for something like that. But there's a way to do it, but also it's like I feel like it won't be a deal breaker if you can't do it. So
you mentioned Tommy. Let's see. Where's Tommy?
Tommy, yeah, I hit a plateau, haven't been able to get past it. We're grossing 20 to 25 grand a month, which is great, but it's time to grow. San Francisco. Okay. I feel like that's also a win as well. So congrats on getting the 20, 25 grand a month. It could be several factors there on what could pass you. So yeah, like I'll have the link that you can have. But Tommy, we have a link that you can jump in and join in with our team and get a call with our team and be able to go over that more in detail. Like what we'll do is we'll dissect where your business is at, where it wants to go, what your numbers are, and we can start to get an idea of what the plateau could be. And then from there, we have different things that can help, whether it's resources or coaching that can help from there. But we can give you a really good idea, dissect your business, and see what the plateau could be. Tommy, so yeah, just message Eli on Instagram, and then it'll go into that. Man, there's too many good questions. Oh yeah, and y'all ask questions. Like I had some people recently that said they love the lives, but they were too scared to ask questions because there's so many good questions in here that they're like scared to ask a dumb one. So like if y'all are brand new to this and not even started this and you have questions, there are no dumb questions. There's maybe beginner questions, sure, but yeah, y'all feel free to ask any type of question that you guys have in here. Speaking of that, I got lost, Kenny.
Any other good ones that you see? Any other good questions?
What do you guys wear to shoots? I haven't seen that question in a long time.
Yeah. We used to have a uniform when we were young, but you don't have to use something that has your logo in it. I kind of have the approach of like, I'm going to represent the agent best. So however they dress or however they would like me to represent them, that's how I'll dress. And also it depends on your area. I mean, Colleen, some person who has a amazing business, but I mean, I've seen what her photographers wear, and I mean, she's in Florida and her attire is very chill, but professional at the same time. So, I mean, there's really no rules to it. I would just say like whatever will represent you and your agent the best, is what I would wear. So, if they're okay with you wearing shorts, wear shorts, obviously. But I don't know. I mean, like
I like black pants. I mean, it's I like black pants, black polo.
Yeah.
It's like, media people to me wear darker colors. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. And then I have this one guy that wears crazy fun, different colored shirts, and it's like his brand is his different shirts. I wonder where he's at, but I
I
don't
thought
know.
you were talking about.
Be whatever makes you authentically happy yourself, because that energy comes across to the agents more than what we're wearing. I guess don't wear bad things. That's like a Slayer t-shirt. I love Slayer, but let's not wear a Slayer t-shirt to a shoot. But what's professional, but also makes you feel like it's you, makes you happy. I'd say, like, sorry for the cliche answer, but that's what we got.
Yeah. Also, I thought you were talking about Isaac, but he doesn't wear funny t-shirts. He just wears cool t-shirts.
Oh, he just wears cool. He's just cool about it.
It's cool.
This other person I was talking about would wear like crazy colors and stuff. It was like really recognizable. I'm like, oh, that's your brand right there. Okay, let's see. Gene asks, is an LLC necessary?
Where's that?
And that's getting into taxi. I don't even know if I'm even allowed to answer that. I would say yes.
I would say yes.
It helps me save a lot of money in taxes. So yes.
I mean, I think some states require it and some states don't, but I would say like there will come a point that you do end up having to need an LLC because it's just going to be better for you taxes wise and just as a company. And so might as well just do it from the very beginning rather than wait, is what I would say.
I would have saved $14,000 my first year if I had one set up. So I'm biased. I'm like, yes, get one set up.
Yeah.
I like. It's one of those things where it's like, dang, I wish I'd done it sooner, kind of a thing.
Stan even says it. Stan says, "Get your LLC." So
we got someone says how to price listings. I that might be Frozpick. What do you mean? Just like, what's the advice we have in general with listing, or with the prices on your packages? Let me know. What else? What are you seeing, Kenny? I'm getting lost.
I'm getting lost too. I keep reading the comments to people answering other questions. I'm like, oh, I'm getting distracted.
Usually we find the question and find it, and then Eli answers while we're over here looking at the question. So now that we're doing both, I'm like struggling. Okay. Look, I think Fran M asked a really interesting question.
Let's see. Let's find it.
It's on there. Dave Burley's question.
Oh, I see it.
Or his thing. Okay. Unfortunately, at the moment, I can't afford training, but I really want to get my feet wet, dive in, but I don't have a portfolio or anything experience to show what and how to do. First of all, it's okay if we can't afford, the training or coaching or anything. That's normal. People want to get it. It's just a matter of making it work. But I'd still like and admire that you're still going after it, regardless. So, I would say the biggest thing is just like sift through his YouTube. I hate that to be the answer. Just go look on our YouTube, but we have a lot of good stuff on YouTube about all of that, as far as how to build a portfolio when you don't have a portfolio. And I mean, yeah, you can, do shoots in your own home, or find a connection to a home, or go rent an Airbnb. I know that sounds crazy, but renting an Airbnb overnight to get photos. And there's different ways to get creative to be able to start to get photos. Like here in coaching program, we have like stock photos, I think, even like just different ones that can be used potentially even, but we invite people to go get their own photos. And then start building that portfolio. And then you can just admit to people, when you start reaching out to agents, like, hey, look, I'm new. I just got my portfolio built. I'm doing a free shoot. I want to start building my portfolio. Would love to add you to it. Would love to do a free shoot for you. And then, that honesty about you being new with your portfolio will start to help to build it. So without having any experience yet, you just admit that to the agents and let them give you a shot, and then it can go from there. Right. So,
yeah. And I think what you said, like getting creative with it, you have a home, obviously, probably, a friend probably has a home that you can shoot. Some students that use like apartment complexes, because they usually have like a I don't know, a room that's just empty and it's well decorated and so you can just go to apartment complexes and just ask if you can take photos for your portfolio that you're super new at real estate media, and just get creative with it. Any other questions you see?
Yeah, if we're missing else questions and you're still here, like bump it up. Just ask the question again, so that way it can like bump it up for us. Me and Kenny. Without Eli, we don't know what we're doing over here. We're just acting like we do. Okay, let's see here. Oh gosh, is the iPhone looked down upon to start dipping into cinematography?
It is not. Well, once again, it depends on the market. There are some students that have built like amazing companies with just an iPhone, and then there are students that didn't do that. We don't use iPhones for horizontal videos, but we do use them for reels. So it really just depends. Like I would say, like if that's gonna hold you back from starting, start doing it with your iPhone, and then eventually you can let your clients pay for the upgrade of actually getting a camera and doing that. Um, yeah, that's what I would say to
Yeah,
that.
and my only thought of using a phone at a shoot is if an agent sees it, they're like,
Hmm.
I don't know, it's just like a psychological thing that happens when they don't see professional gear.
Yeah,
And like so many things can happen in their mind. Like maybe they think it's not as professional. Maybe they think, oh, I can do it. Or there's just things can happen that it's good to have professional gear. But if you got to use the iPhone, you got to use what you got to use. Yeah, the 16 Pro is ridiculous.
it is. Yeah,
You
I
know,
was.
there was a movie 28 weeks later, a zombie movie that was
Was it?
just shot on a 15 Pro. The whole movie was shot on an iPhone 15 Pro. I don't know
Look
if
at
that's
that.
true or an iPhone plug, but I believe it's true. I think.
Built my company $12,000 a month, mostly shooting on iPhone. So like it does work.
Woo!
Yeah,
Nice, Stan.
shout out Stan.
Yeah, so it works. Yeah, especially for video. I mean, as long as you provide good quality to them, they'll eat it up.
I would say, like in a perfect world, if we could choose to keep the prices the same at Norman Young and shoot with our iPhones, we would do the iPhone because it's just so much easier and it looks better. Like you can get the window pulls and all that. Not that we care too much about it, but like you get
Yeah.
that extra feature. But our clients, speaking for us specifically, wouldn't like it. And at that point, they'd be like, you should lower your prices because you're shooting the videos with an iPhone. So we just keep it with a normal. What do we use? The EOS R for video.
I love Jennifer Provost said, "I'm not afraid to ask the dumb questions. If anyone is feeling shy, let me know, and I'll be the dummy for you."
What's up,
Shout
Jennifer?
out Jennifer.
We
And
love
she's
Jennifer.
able to listen now, but she hurt her ankle, so hopefully your ankle feels better. I'm sorry to hear
Oh,
that.
yeah.
All right, what else we got? I'm just gonna put us on the spot and ask questions I might not know. Let's see. We'll see what happens. Wise development. I'm not even going to read it. We're just going to wing it. We'll see what happens. So
Let's do
wise
it. Okay.
development. But oh yeah, that's it. So I hired someone and taught them everything. They got really good and quit and started his own real estate media company while taking a few of my clients. What should I do? I was paying him $30 an hour. Man, where do I begin? I don't know the situation at all. So if I tell you something you already know or doesn't pertain, I apologize. But I would say it all starts in the very beginning of the process to capture those red flags and those green flags of the person we're hiring, that maybe they say something that's like along the lines of someone else that could potentially be doing that. So I would say, like, if they're like a 1099 contractor, first of all, and if you got them to be a 1099 contractor instead of a W-2, that's one thing. And if you made them do like a client, what's the dang thing called, where a non-compete, if you made them do a non-compete, that could rub them in a different way. And maybe there's certain things that occurred that we didn't see or that happened that made them want to do that. But again, I don't know the situation, so it's very assumptive of me. Really, the next thing you should do, and this might sound harsh, is just forget about them. It's going to be hard to, and they are now competition, but it doesn't have to be that way. I mean, you can just, there's enough, depending on the market, there still is enough market to go around. So I know that's not the easiest answer, but just forgetting about them and just being happy for them. It sounds really hard to say, to do, and easier for me to sit here and say that, but just being happy for them and forgetting about them and just focusing on you and not worrying about competition. Like, it's good to know competition, but not stare at it, as Jared here always says. I'm really sorry that that's happening to you. Now it's time to just keep on pushing.
I will say, if you want to like get on the offensive side or offense side, I think
slash their tires. Wait, just kidding. I thought that's what you were going to say.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say, like, call those clients up and just be like, "Hey, what can I do to gain your business back?" And see what they say.
I like that, man. I didn't even think about that.
You have nothing to lose. They just say, I mean, if they say like, "I just like the other person better," it's like, cool, no worries. I'll be your backup photographer. Like, cool, and they can tell you like, "Oh, his prices are cheaper," blah blah blah. And at that point, that that photographer is not going to survive. Yeah, so
they're like, they're cheaper. Like, okay, no problem. They'll come back to you. I promise. They'll come back when that person can't handle doing cheaper.
100%.
Forever.
Like Rod said, I would say move on.
I like that. What should I do? Call the clients and be like, "What can I do to get you back?" Don't make it like, "Oh, this person's not as good. I trained them." Don't it's like, "Hey, what can I do to get you back?"
Never talk bad about your competition, honestly. Like, it looks so bad and like so weak, honestly. Like, if you have to talk bad about your competition, it's just like, it's very weak minded. It's just like, just be confident in yourself. And you asking for like any advice on how you could get the client back, like, is not going to put you down or anything. Like, the client's going to see that you actually care for them and want them back, and I think that's going to be more of an advantage.
Yeah, I know if I can compliment Eli while he's not here, there'll be a lot of people on the internet that will have certain things to say about how we do things, and they can be considered maybe competitors of ours, sure. But they'll say like more negative seeming things about Eli, and he never comes back with it. It's always like good things about them. Like, oh, I like them. They know they do it differently than me, but I respect them. I think that goes a long way, and that comes back to us. Read the Go Giver book, everyone. I'm telling you. I know we rant about that book every
It's
week.
so good.
I'm gonna keep ranting it till everyone comments me. I read it. It's the Go Giver. It's a red cover book, and one of the authors is named Bob Berg. And it's it's the main book that we have our students in coaching read to get them ready to provide a lot of value to clients. And it's such a good book. It goes over all the stuff.
Rod tells the truth. Do you get a kickback from it?
Oh yeah, John knows. I made him read it. I said, "You got to read the first 20 minutes," and then he read the whole thing in like 2 days.
It's so good. It's such a good book.
Really good. All right, who else we got? That was Wise's. So I hired somebody. How to price services. I'm in Morocco, so I can't be as high as the other countries. Oh, okay. So Frostpick asked how to price services in Morocco. That kind of sounds fun. Let's answer that one.
Where's that at? Trying to look for
it. 24. What? Oh, it was like 10 minutes ago, so it might be hard.
Oh no.
Oh, actually, he might not be here. Hey, Frostpick, if you're still here, let me know you're still here, and we'll answer that one. In the meantime, oh, sorry, y'all. We're sifting through looking for.
This was a good one. What do you think of adding the walkthrough video to the first free shoot to bump up the initial value offered? I mean, if you can do that, 100% do it. I like saying, like, if you're able to give out like your top package for free to every single client I think that's going to be better for you because it's going to hook them into wanting to order that package. But obviously there's editing costs that come with it. So that's why we like to start with like a 25 photo package for free. And then, to add more value, we do like a free floor plan or a reel, exactly what you were saying. So like whatever you're more comfortable with doing, I think that's great. I mean, the more value you give, the better it's going to be for you. Once again, just because the client's going to have a taste of what it feels like to have a reel or a video or whatever extra you give them. And so, yeah, I mean, if you're willing to do it, might as well do it. Thoughts on that, Rod?
Yeah, I was reading, so I might have missed you say
this. You're good.
I already said this. I apologize. But I saw one strategy they use here is you do the free shoot, and then all the other services you offer 50% off. Did you say that?
I didn't say that. That's another strategy that you
that's a good strategy. I think upsell strategy is really good. Is John, you could do like, hey, I do a free shoot, but everything else, all my other services are 50% off for the the free shoot as well. Like not 50% off forever, but like the first time it's 50% off, and then it's normal every time after that. So that way a free shoot can actually turn into a paid shoot. Oh, nice, John. Okay, that's perfect. That's perfect, Dan. Yes. All right, let's see what else we got. We got Frostpick is here, and his question is, how do I price? And I'm in Morocco. So first thing I would do is look at the market. Your goal is to be priced higher than 50% of people at least. You don't want to undercut. You want to overcut 50, at least half of the people you see. So market research, look in your area, and start to try to find people that package stuff in a way where it's price it in a way where it's packages, right? I mean, you can a la carte it and all that, but what we find works really well is this packaging. Like package 1 is this, package 2 is a little more, and package 3 is a little more. That way, psychologically, the person might go, package 2 looks good, but I don't know. Package 3 really looks good. And that gives them a reason to want to upsell. So I would say study your market in Morocco, study that market, look at other people. Don't price lower, but try to price higher, and then find an idea of like how to package those things. Whether you look at, our students here or look at, Eli's business, you can get an idea of what packaging looks like, and then match it to your area is what I would say. So just good old fashioned market research, I guess, is what I probably should have just said and stopped blabbing. Kenny, what do you think? Correct me if I'm wrong on anything. I'm confidently saying.
No, you were absolutely right. I mean, how we've joked before, I have nothing else to add because that was perfect.
Yes. Okay, I'm always weird. I see you sometimes. I'm like, oh crap, is that right?
No, you're wrong. This was a good question. I love your feedback on this, Rod, because I'm sure you've gotten through a lot of calls with people with this question, which isn't a bad question at all. I think a lot of people go through this, but question is, how do you deal with competitors in the area? I always feel insecure when I hear about other photographers in my area. I live in a small town. What do you say to those people, Rod?
First thing is I'll look into the data with them. So Tatiana, I believe I'm saying that right, Tatiana. Just looking into a lot of times I'll get in my head in business about something, and then when I look at the numbers about said something, I realize, oh, okay, maybe I don't need to be worried about it. So like the amount of money that can flow through your small town might be more. Let me know what city you're in, Tatiana, if you don't mind. If you don't, and if I'm saying your name incorrectly, let me know what it rhymes with, so that way I can do it right. But first thing, I'll look at the numbers and can go, actually, you know what? There is enough data here. Like Eli's business is in Dallas Fort Worth. It does incredibly, right? Oh, you're in Australia? Okay, I just talked to somebody in Australia the other day. Good day. I talked about spiders with them for like 30 minutes because I'm terrified of spiders, and y'all got baseball size ones out there. So, oh gosh, I lost my train of thought. So first thing is the numbers, is looking in this town, looking in the city, seeing the amount of money that can flow around, because sometimes it can be more than we might think. There will be competitors. The easiest way to put it is just be better than them. I don't know. I guess you just find out what they're doing and do more, do better. And it's not sometimes people can hear that and think morally, oh, I don't want to crush anybody else and like put family businesses out of business. That's not how it works. It's just going to elevate the entire market. So there will be competitors. Know that they're there, but don't think about them any more than that, besides using them as a free template. I say competition is a free template. They are showing you what works right now. I'm going to use it. I'm going to better it. I'm going to add to it and give more value. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to undercut prices. I'm going to give more and charge more. That's the thing. So you can just use competition as a template. But if they're there, you offer, you go above and beyond with customer service. You do what it takes to help the agent, and you give them that energy every time, and they will want to work with you, and then they'll start to work with you. And agents have multiple photographers. If their photographer's booked up, hey, if you need me in a pinch, let me know, and they will eventually come back to you if we're following up. So I think it's a timing thing for them to need you. And then at that point, it's on. Then you got to wow them. Then once you wow them, then they come back to you some more. So it might feel slower, Tatiana, going into it, but it's just a matter of just providing value that can surpass your competition, I guess, is what I'm trying to ramble on.
Yeah, I would add that don't be afraid of them or feel insecure, because I mean, if Rod and I were in the same area and we both built a real estate media company, there will be some agents that like working with Rod better than working with me. And we both could provide the same things, same prices, same customer service, but there's just like, you just click better with some people, and that's fine. And like, there's going to be agents that will want to work with me more than Rod. And so just because there's competition doesn't mean that agents just going to leave you or not want to work with you. You just, I like what Rod said. You just got to put your best foot forward and provide the best customer service. You already have the competition as a free template for you to do and know what to do. So yeah, I mean, don't feel insecure. And it's fine if you do. I would just say, like, don't let that hold you back from actually starting your business or like wanting to pursue it even more.
Perfect. Ralph's got one. I kind of want to go through it as much as we can. It says, can you be more specific on how to find a good match for editors on Pixelmob? That's another question too. Someone asked, where do you outsource the editing? Pixelmob. I dig the work of 1001 Labs, but they are a bit on the expensive side. And you suggest switching. I mean, they're both good. Yeah. What are your thoughts on that side, Kenny?
Yeah, I mean, they're both good. We kind of recommend like editors who are in the 60 cent to 85 cents an image. I always say, like, test it out, because there's different styles, different editors, and so maybe send one night, or I mean, I don't know how many shoots you're doing a day, but like, let's just say you have 4. Send each one to the different editors that you want to try out that are in that price range of 60 to 85 cents an image. I just like
the first thing y'all look for is price. Like kind of
price.
Yeah, and like, is there like other green flags or red flags when looking for an editor on Pixelmob? I had someone ask me this recently too.
Turnaround time would be great. I mean, like, you want the photos to be delivered to you like by the next morning. I mean, ideally when you wake up, or like before you wake up. You don't want an editor who's going to take up to 48 hours, or like an actual 24 hours. So anybody like within the 12-hour range that you'll have your images in the morning, that'll be great. Same with video editors. You want to find somebody who will do that for you, and yeah.
So it can be a little bit of trial and error.
Yes,
going through different people.
I
always wonder this. Do you interview these editors?
No. No, I mean, like, it's literally like,
some people do that, where I'm like, I want to talk to you first.
I don't know if people actually do that, but like, I mean, Pixelmob is literally,
I'd bug them. I'd probably bug them and talk to them. Probably, yeah. Okay.
I'd be like, let's just test it out. I mean, I see some portfolio pieces in here. Pixelmob has reviews, and so you can read the reviews as well and see, like, this editor actually did, their job. And I just go and hope for the best the next day, because worst thing happens, they don't edit the photos, and you just have to talk to your client about it and just find somebody else who will do it in a rush. That's a fun thing about business though, but you get that ability later on.
Yeah, I talked to a guy recently who went through like 5 different people with some bad luck, and you might run into some bad luck. You know, there's red flags and green flags and what to look out for, but you set those expectations, you give them a shot, you know, you lead with kindness, and if it don't work, you go on to the next. You know, you just find that person that you can get locked in with, and once you do, it feels nice. It just might take a little trial and error.
Hmm. Well, we're on the editing or outsourcing subject. I mean, Mindful Wealth said, when you want to send the photos to an editor, do you send them into three photos, or an HDR version? So you should get home and just upload the photos and send them out. So you don't need to like merge the photos basically in Lightroom or whatever software you use. You just send them the whole, 3 photos. Obviously, they'll know what to do with each photo.
Beautifully said. I didn't hear a word you just said. I imagine it was beautiful. I'm just distracted by
I hope so.
all the beautiful words over here. Yazan got a question. It's a video question, so you might like that, Kenny. It says video question. Oh man, you quick, man. Okay. You got it already up there.
I got you. Video question offers 60-second cinematic video, 120-second cinematic video, social media reel, and a 60-second drone video. My question is, do you include the drone video to any video services, or is it an add-on? At Norman Young, we include drone video for every single video service that we do. So 60, whether it's 60 seconds, 120 seconds, we add the drone in there. We had like 4 clips maybe, so 2 in the front, 2 in the backyard to end it, and not really an add-on.
Mindful Wealth has a follow-up question, but will it cost more if you send them 3 photos than 1, right?
Yes, but it's still going to be like $35, so it's really not that much. And it's also not worth your time actually merging each photo and then having to do that. I mean, like, that's our photographers don't do that at all. They'll take the photos that they need to take, get home, upload them to the computer to our editor, and move on. That's it. So yes, to answer your question, it will cost more, but not by a lot, honestly.
Lon's got a good question to that. Is there a reason why you aren't editing your photos yourself? I enjoy editing. Nice.
That's great.
Yeah. Find someone that enjoys it. It's kind of refreshing.
Yeah. I will say, like, your time is better spent like trying to find the clients and growing your business than trying to be an editor and learning how to edit. I mean, I guess you do enjoy editing, and it's something, but like
on the situation, I guess.
It
like
depends
right
on the goal too, your situation, what you want to do with your business. If you want to continue to scale it, you don't want to build a photo editing business for yourself. Let's just say you have photographers. You don't want to be editing all of those photos yourself, and so you also don't want to build a team of editors for yourself. Like you're trying to build a real estate media company, not a editing company. And so that's what I would say. I mean, use that time to send it off, and then try to find clients. Do the Instagram method, outbound method. Connect with your clients, build a better relationship. And I think that's, once again, it comes down to like what your goal is. If you don't really want to scale too much and you actually enjoy editing and want to keep doing it. Nothing wrong with it. But it just really, I like saying, like, it really depends on the goal and where you're trying to get your business to.
Yeah. And like the cool perk about real estate media is that it is acceptable for, let me rephrase that. It's easier process wise to outsource the editing than like wedding photography. So it's just the perk of real estate media is outsourcing the editing can be done without headache. So Yvonne, it could be a matter of like sometimes I'll be on the calls with somebody and they'll say, like, I want to fix my business, and I'll ask questions and then I'll find out they're doing their own editing. And as they scale their business to like 3, 4, 5 grand a month plus, they're up till 2 a.m. Like I'll have someone that was like in her like she was like 67 recently. She was like, I stay up till 2 a.m. I'm like, I fall asleep at 9:30 p.m. on the couch. Like every night almost. I can barely get past 10. How are you staying up till 2 a.m.? So like sometimes as the business scales, it gets so busy and you're staying up till 1 a.m. And then sometimes we forget why we built the business, maybe to have some more peace. And it kind of depends. Like as we scale, it can get kind of stressful and start to bog us down. And then it can start to cost money.
Yeah.
It costs more money than it costs more money to do the own editing versus the cost for the editing. So, great question.
I will add, like, and not attacking you, Yvonne, just saying in general, like most people build a business to have, freedom, money, and whatever other reason. And so I would just hate building a business that I would have to like, okay, got to get home. And now from 7 p.m. till who knows when, I'm going to have to edit my photos, my videos. And it's just like, that's not why you built the business. And I would just rather send it off to somebody and know that, after my shift is done, basically working, I can trust the team that I have, the editors, and go to bed, spend time with my family, do what I want to do, reach out to clients, things like that, and then knowing that I can wake up, get my photos, and deliver them, and I didn't have to touch them at all.
Another thing I've heard from people like that too, Yvonne, is like sometimes people have told me it basically comes down to they've subconsciously not wanted to scale the business because they start to imagine them editing a lot more, and they're like, oh, I don't like. It's almost like they subconsciously internalize like not scaling the business because they know it could be crazier once they do, and outsourcing the editing just gives the person the ability to say, "No, bring it on, let's keep going," depending on the goals. So, all right, what else we got?
What else we got?
Someone's asking questions. Sonorin.
Let's see if I can find it.
Oh, I like that. Sonorin shooter. It sounds like a song or something. Question in my market, and I don't actually know the answer to this question, so I hope you do. In my market, the biggest company does signpost installs. I do them to not give any reason for agents to use another company. Any good reason to stop? It's not great for initial revenue.
Yes, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Eli did something similar or wanted to do that because agents were wanting it as well. But it just comes down on like doing more client acquisition, getting newer clients that'll appreciate the way that you do things, and just once again, I think I mentioned it a while ago. It's just like just being honest, just like, hey, I actually don't do this, but I'd be more happy to recommend you to some other people who would do that. But I mean, I would say stop doing it because if it's not a great initial revenue thing that you're doing, like, it's not worth doing. Just try to find more clients who are just gonna want the photos, videos, whatever you actually offer, like as a normal real estate media company, and not actually do this, because it's just gonna be taking up a lot of your time. Eli tried building websites for agents, things like that, but it wasn't like he wasn't trying to build that company. So unless you're trying to build that into your company, then don't do it. What are your thoughts on that, Rod?
I don't know if I have any. That question stumped me. I don't know. I feel dumb sometimes here. I don't know why y'all invite me to these. But no, Saran. Yeah, it's the reason to stop is if it's like stressing you out or if it's causing like to where.
I mean, it's just not part of the real estate media company.
Yeah,
businesses will do things differently, but it doesn't mean that you have to actually copy them, and stick with what actually will work. And I don't think just because you stop doing it, agents will stop using you. It's just, once again, it comes down to like how good is your customer service, how good is your, the systems that you have, like from the minute that they book from to the end when they get the photos, the videos, the media. And so I think that's what's going to attract them and keep them working with you, because I mean, Norman Young doesn't do that, and we're a great company, and all of our students actually don't offer that, and they have amazing businesses. So yeah, I mean, I would say, like, if you don't want to do it, just stop. Like, that's the beauty of being a business owner. You can choose what you want to do and not want to do.
it seems like some of the agents always ask that as well. So I wonder if it's like a thing happening every time. And what's your market in? What's your city in? I'm curious about that. And while you're replying, let's see if we have another one here. Let's see here. What are other methods I should use to outreach agents? Beside, or wait, I lost it. Oh my
Oh
goodness.
no, I'm trying
There
to find
it goes. Mindful wealth. What are other methods I should use to outreach clients to get better conversions? To outreach clients?
I mean, you can do a bunch of things. I mean, one of the jokes that Eli does is you can fax a bunch of brokerages, and it's funny. And yeah, I mean, you can do a lot of things, but we highly recommend Instagram method. It does work. You just have to put in the work and make sure your profile's up to what we recommend, the messaging, the offer, all of that, and the consistency. Because a lot of people will do like, yes, I sent 50 messages in one day, and then like for 2 weeks straight, like they sent like 1 or 2 every other day or so. It's like you just got to be consistent. If you're gonna stick with 50, do 50 every single day, and that's gonna catch up to you. We also like doing outbound method, something that we teach in coaching, and so basically just find agents on Zillow, those websites, and call them up and see if you can offer them a free shoot. So that's what I'd recommend. I mean, like, there's a bunch of ways that you could do outreach, but our favorite ones are Instagram method and outbound calls.
Like Keith said, make signpost installs part of your top package. There you go.
Your top package.
I like that. The secret top package. Okay, let's see here. What else we got? Beginner should start making the camera. La 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 la. Why is this taking me so long? Y'all refresh your questions. I don't know. I'm struggling. Y'all refresh your questions. If you have questions, just go ahead and ask it again, so it'll shimmy to the top. And I think we got about what 8 minutes left here.
Yeah, I'm blanking too. I'm like, new questions.
I'm trying to find. I saw some good ones, but I get lost with them, and I couldn't find any more.
I'm going to the very top and see if we find some.
Oh, Marissa Warren.
Where's that
at? First of all, welcome in. First of all, she said first time here. It was at 44. It was at 4:44 on the time. It said, "What platform or system do you use to send the completed photos to the realtors?"
We use Spiro.media.
Spiro plug.
Spiro plug. Yeah, so
Spiro.
Not really, but
not really. We bring Spiro. I don't know. I don't get it.
We love Spiro. It's a system that you can invoice your clients, add your photos in there, video, like your whole media. You can even build your own website. And how we do it is we pretend that we're an agent and we make our own property website, and that's where we put our own portfolios and stuff. Super easy, very user friendly. It was created by Todd, who is the owner of Spiro and Wow Video Tours. Makes $300K a month in real estate media, and so. The man is crazy. He's huge. And he initially built that for his team, but then, realized that a lot of people would benefit from it. So Spiro.media, I'm going to put the link in the comments. But that's what we recommend.
There it is. Is it okay to use a GoPro, Tyler? I can read, I swear. Terry Anderson says, is it okay to use a GoPro on a gimbal for the video walkthroughs?
I haven't used a GoPro in a minute.
I haven't found a scenario where the GoPros were better. I don't feel like I've seen. I don't remember Jerry going like, "Oh yeah, that GoPro is good." Like it's always like it's never. I always ask him about it, and he always says like it's not recommended to use a GoPro.
It's not recommended. I don't know if it's because like if it can't go wide enough. I know it can like horizontally, but not vertically. If that makes sense. Like it's gonna be wide on like these edges, but not like right here. So no, we don't recommend it, but my take is always like if it's holding you back from actually like offering that or using it, like I would just say just do it and let your clients pay for the upgrade. So whenever you can use an iPhone or a camera. But yeah, we don't recommend it, but I also don't like advise against it.
Someone in the comments, like if you use the GoPro in your shoots, let us know because I don't think I've ever seen someone do it and like be able to do it well. So maybe someone's in like a GoPro Pro in here. If someone does use GoPro, let's know, but I don't think it actually works. I think it just becomes more of a headache. All right. You're welcome, Terry. Great question. Okay. Is it okay? Oh, I lost the comments. Okay. No GoPro. Team iPhone, Film Crystal River says. Wait, Film Crystal. Is that Tyler Redder? Wait. Film Crystal River. What's your name again? It's funny. I had the word names and then business names. So like I'm terrible at business names. Why does that sound so familiar? Okay.
Trying to find a good question.
Yeah, because some of these are not good. Kenny means.
I didn't mean that.
Oh, it is Tyler. What's up, Tyler? I was like, I know that name. Gene asks, do clients request both vertical and horizontal videos? If they do you shoot two separate vids or convert one to the other? Does your price lower if one of the vids is converted from the other?
Yes and no. I mean, some clients do, some clients don't. But I'm a huge fan of over communicating and asking a lot of questions just to be sure that it's something they want. And so with vertical videos, you can crop in the horizontal one. It's just not going to look as good, in my opinion. You can do what I called a stacked vertical, and so you'll just use the horizontal clips, and just the editor will stack them on top of each other, like a 3-stack, a 2-stack, and they'll make a vertical video like that. Or you can shoot it again, which is what we would recommend, and charge extra for that. Charge them like a walkthrough reel, and that's when you just grab your iPhone, put it on a gimbal, and do the walkthrough reel, basically with speed ramps and all that. So to answer your question, sometimes they do, and if they do, I would just shoot 2 separate ones. But it comes down to like what they actually want. But yes, I would honestly just charge them extra if you're not gonna do the crop. If you're gonna crop it, I probably wouldn't charge them, just because they'll know that you just put the same video that you delivered in just a vertical format. But yeah, I would just shoot it again vertically.
Oh, thank you, Wise Development. It's always funny to say thank you, Wise Development. What's your name, Wise? So I can give you a proper shout out. Thank you for being on these. Dave's got one question. Do you shoot? What's up, Dave? First of all, shout out to Dave for always being like the pinnacle in our community, always being on and always being. I feel like the world will end if I don't see Dave commenting in here. But yeah, he asked question: do you shoot the garage and furnace room when doing QB Casa scan?
I don't think we do. And I think I may be confusing myself from like some of my coaching calls, because some students are like, yes, no, and I think Jared said no, and we don't use that.
Clauses. You just cut it out.
Yeah, we just cut it out. Yeah, I don't think we do on Armenia. So no,
we might be answering that incorrectly, Dave. So we swear we know what we're talking about. I swear. I think we recommend runaway. You start picking them. I'm gonna start picking all random ones. You pick the next one, Kenny. I feel like I'm hogging all the questions.
No, that's good. I like it. Someone with no experience in real estate video editing, would you recommend Runway video editing program, or where it incorporates AI? I'm messing up right now. And almost everything faster than Editor Premiere Pro. No, just send it to an editor. That's what I would recommend.
Yeah.
We had somebody in our YouTube video. His name is Edwin, super cool dude, but he made it a goal for himself never to download like Lightroom or Premiere Pro or Final Cut or anything. And so he doesn't know how to edit, but he's built an amazing business. Man is killing it. And so I would say just find an editor and outsource your edits.
Then you'll never have to think about that.
Yeah.
How long are we going for here, Kenny? 2 hours? 3 hours? What, 3 hours?
4 hours?
9.
24 hours.
I think we were going to go for 60. So we'll probably answer a few more, and then
we got about 4 minutes or so. 3 minutes.
Then I'll rant at everyone to book in and talk to us for a little bit at the end, like we always do, right? All right, let's.
Thank you.
Ethan says I'm excited to have my first meeting with Lisa on Monday. Shout out to Lisa. Ethan, I've actually worked with Lisa like 3 years now. Lisa's incredible, off and on at different places actually. So Lisa, I've known her a while. So yeah, pick her brain and ask her a lot of questions. She's great. And this goes for everybody too. Like if y'all, I know every end of, well, I'll explain that in a second. Yeah, I was going to say, come in and book in with us and we'll chat. All right, let's see here. A couple more questions.
2 more questions. How about that?
Fine. I was going to say 10, but
see you later, Jonathan.
See you, John. Pick something, Kenny, that you like.
Fine, I'm looking. I like
last minute question. Somebody asked second question. It could be anything. It could be how tall is Kenny in real life? It's taller than you think. What his doodle's names are? A doodle popped up in the background.
Yeah, they're sleeping right now. I gotta take them out soon. How
do you keep company culture high?
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's a good one, but also can open up 4 hours of conversation for me. So I might refrain.
I mean,
man, there's so much. It's just good energy every day, and just a willingness to want your team to win, no matter what the hell that looks like. Just fighting for that every day and offering that support every day, and then that trickles down from you, and it trickles down to the others, and all they want to do is support each other, and all they want to do is support each other, and it's just like this good vibe energy train that just happens. So I would say, like, whatever it takes for me to be at the top self I am to support people and have that energy, I got to do that. And then it can trickle to the rest is what I'm thinking, John. So that's probably a very vague answer, but that's just
really good. I was just going to say, be a go-getter.
Good question.
Treat them like family. I mean, I like treating, like, I have 3 VAs, a few employees for REPP video editing, and I treat them like family, honestly. Treat the salespeople like I'm protective over the team, whether they know it or not. But like, I don't know. As long as you show them that you care and you actually like help them win, um, yeah, I mean they'll be loyal to you or whatever your goal is. Have company values as well. That way they know what what the company's values are and like what you actually value and what you want them to value. And if they're okay with that, they'll stay. And if they're not, then they're not a great fit, and that's fine.
Yeah, individual one-on-one support I found
Mhm.
works. Like if I like try to build, like if I try to like, um, if there's a company, I'm trying to reach them as a whole and get everybody and say one thing to all of them that just keeps it high. That won't work. But it's like the individual connection and support I give with each person to make sure that each person knows they're heard and seen, and I value them, and like really genuinely feel that, mean that. Not to assume that you don't, John, or anything like that, but it's more of like the individual support of each person that they feel that for me. It's like having a family, and it's like if we have 6 kids in the family, it's like not trying to do everything with all of them all the time, but like having a day with one and a day with another, and have that one-on-one time is so important. Same with our business, and just being able to individually meet with each person together collectively will make the whole culture go up. So
Hearing them out.
individual and individual attention with each is huge.
Yeah. I think at Norman Young every quarter or every month or something, we have a get together. Jared mentioned, and like, you know, for holidays or events or things like that. I mean, we'll go to Top Golf, bring everyone in, like invite, we tell them like bring your spouse or your significant other, whoever you want to bring. And so like we try to like make them feel at home basically. And yeah, that's what we do.
Yeah. So on that note, they had good questions at the end, and I'm like, all right, bye. All right, well, next time we'll get to those. But yeah, no. Speaking of meeting together with the team, y'all, this November, I got to do the plugs at the end. Y'all know we got to do we got it brought to you by REPP 2024. But if you are going to our event, REPP 2024, very excited to meet you. You're going to hear my lame jokes in person. I'm excited for that. If you're not going to REPP 2024 yet this November, come on. I think tickets close in like a day or two, or this Sunday tickets close. So if you guys want to come out to Vegas, hang out for 2 days and learn and network, and I promise you, you will leave the event with ideas that will make you more money than the cost of the event. And it's a nice tax write-off too. So come on. Kenny, I almost called you Keli. I just called you Keli.
I just choked on my water.
What the hell does that even mean? Keli. And he's over here choking. Put up the REPP event link. I don't know how to do all that.
I got you. I'm almost crying.
I was like, right, man, Kenny's good. We brought a tear to Kenny's eyes, y'all. So please come to this event, or he's actually gonna cry. So the event, come to our event. If y'all have, let's say there's questions you didn't get answered on this, or you guys want to talk to us and see what resources we can send you, or if you want to talk about coaching. I know we got coaching here, and everyone's worried about us trying to sell you coaching and all that. But hey, man, we believe in it so much we might. But hey, it's if you have a question, where's the link to book in to talk to us, Kenny? So if you have a question, there's a link Kenny has where you can book in, where you can talk to Aaron, Isaac, or Lisa on our team, who are incredibly trained people who can answer questions, dissect where your business is at, even if it's at 0 or at 20 grand a month. They can get an idea of where you're at, what could help it, what we have here that could help it, whether it's coaching or not. We can get that game plan with you. And the reason we do this, y'all, is because our goal is to provide as much value as humanly possible. If you can't get that, we have these Q&As. We want to provide as much value. We want to give y'all a reason. We want to earn your business is what it really comes down to. And if y'all read the Go Giver book, I think you'll understand how we do things here and how Eli has done things here, and why we want to do this for you, why we want to get on a call with you, no matter where it leads, to be able to help you. So that link that Kenny just put there, book in. You'll either get Aaron, Lisa, or Isaac. Tell them I said, hey. And then other than that, also, if you'd rather not book, just message Eli's Instagram. Eli just had a baby 3 days ago, so he might answer, but he might not. What that does is it'll assign you to either Aaron, Lisa, or Isaac. All right, so if you just message Eli's Instagram with any question, it'll be routed to one of our support team here, and then they can answer your question and get you resources that you need. So just message Eli, his Instagram. If you could put that in the comments too. Yeah. Let's just spam the comments while everyone's still listening. Go message him, ask him a question. It'll route you, to our support team here, and they can answer questions and get you resources and help you out with that. So, did I get everything?
You got everything.
Comment me if this was helpful. You guys are great. I know Eli wasn't here today, and me and Kenny were like, "Oh my gosh, by ourselves? Can we do this without Mr. Eli here?" But this was fun. We should kick Eli out more.
I think we did good. You guys rocked it. Okay, great. So. Thank you, Tommy.
Yeah, thank you, Tommy. thank you, Tommy. But yeah, seriously, jokes aside, y'all are great. We love doing
Oh,
these.
he's coming too.
We love seeing y'all in the comments. We love seeing familiar faces, familiar names in the comments. So these are really meaningful for us to do, and we really appreciate y'all. And you make these fun. It's so thank you guys for always listening. We'll see you back next Wednesday and
Thursday.
keep the momentum right. What did I say? Wednesday? I don't know what day it is. Have a good Thursday. We'll see you next Thursday, and y'all keep the momentum rocking. Okay.
Now I gotta get this screen up. Let's see. I gotta find the music.
Yeah, cue that like that awesome uplifting music that y'all have.
The poppy
Whoever
music.
wrote that.
There we go. All right.
Bye.
Show with me.